Hi there, it's Miss Mason here. We just read a wonderful story all about the habitat, the woodlands. In our story, we saw a beautiful picture of the woodlands with a whole bunch of trees. The woodlands is also sometimes called the woods or the forest. A woodland habitat has many trees with lots of thick leaves and branches, and it's shady under all the trees in the woodlands, which means that the leaves and the branches block out the sunlight coming down. So it has some shade to keep all the animals cool. There are plants everywhere, and lots of animals find shelter and plants in the plants that live in the woodlands. So there's lots of different plants and animals in our woodland habitat. So today we're going to make a large list of woodland plants and animals. I want you to go ahead and think about some plants and animals that you heard in our story. Did you think of some awesome plants and animals? Me too. I need your help to write down some of these plants and animals on our list. I remember that the woodland has trees. Are trees plants or animals? They're plants. So I'm going to write the word trees. There were lots of thick trees with branches and leaves. What else do we see in the woodlands habitat? We saw blue jays. Blue jays are a type of bird. Is that a plant or an animal? That's an animal. Blue jays are birds. So we saw birds on our woodlands trip. All right, what else did we see on our trip in the woodlands habitat? We saw deer. Are deer plants or animals? Deer are animals. Deer starts with the letter D or the D sound picture. Do you remember who was our guide and who showed us the entire woodlands habitat? Suma squirrel. A squirrel is either a plant or an animal. Which one is it? A squirrel is an animal. Great job. Squirrel. Squirrels are animals. What else did we see on our woodland habitat trip? We saw bears. Are bears plants or animals? They're animals. Great job. Bears starts with B. Bears. We also saw a stinky animal. Do you remember what animal sprays a stinky spray whenever it gets scared? A skunk. Is a skunk a plant or an animal? It's an animal. Skunk. Skunks are animals in the woodland habitat. We also saw mushrooms. Are mushrooms plants or animals? Mushrooms are plants. Mushrooms. Mushrooms are plants that we can eat. We sometimes like to put them on our pizza. What about ants? Ants are insects. So does that make them a plant or an animal? That makes them an animal. We saw ants. We also saw ferns. Ferns is a type of leafy plant. So it's going to go on the plant side. Fern. And let's think of one more animal that we saw. We saw a snake. Is a snake a plant or an animal? It's an animal. Snake. These are all plants and animals that live in the woodland habitat. Thank you for sorting them with me today. I'll see you next time.